Where are you? There you are. Hey, everybody. So we are stopped at a Flying J. We slept here for the night. We're traveling. As you can see, all of our slides are in. And it kind of reminded me of a funny story that I forgot to tell you guys about a time that a time that I was at Walmart. Sabrina wasn't with me. I was shopping through Walmart, walking through, and two people approached me and said, "Hey, what is your cable provider, or who do you use for cable?" And I told them I don't have cable. And before they could, I don't know if they were for Verizon or what, I said, and before you offer me anything, I'm actually homeless, so I don't have any use for cable. But then I remembered that Sabrina gets very upset when I say that we are homeless. So
you're houseless.
She always says we are houseless. So I told him, I said, you know what? My wife gets upset every time I say or tell somebody that we're homeless. She prefers the term houseless. And I said we actually just live in an RV. And they kind of looked at each other. They looked at me and they said, "Oh yeah, you have no use for our cable then." And I walked away, and as I was walking away, they said, I heard one say to the other guy, "That's the best answer ever." So if you're ever approached in a Walmart or shopping anywhere and somebody says, "Hey, who's your cable provider?" and you don't want to be bothered, just tell them that you're homeless. And apparently they leave you alone. That is the fastest story I've ever told. That's
I
it.
agree.
Usually I ramble for a very long time. David agrees with you. David from Branch Out.
Exactly. It's always kind of a weird conversation because even when I'm at work and people are like, "Oh, so where did you come in from?" and I tell them, and then they're like, "Oh, do you live there?" and I'm like, "No, I don't actually live there." And they're like, "So where's your home base?" I'm like, "We don't actually have a home base right now." They're like, "You don't have a home base?" I'm like, "No." They're like, "You don't have a house or an apartment?" "No, we don't have a house or apartment." "So where do you actually live?" I'm like, "Well, I have to go explain the story that we live in a motorhome." They're like, "Oh." Half the people are like, "You don't have kids, do you?" The other half of the people are like, "That's so cool. We really think that's really cool." But we're houseless, not homeless.
It does get complicated. We probably make it more complicated than it needs to be.
Right. I think the last time I was someplace and somebody asked where we were from. I don't even know. Did I say Fort Wayne, Indiana? I think I said Indiana. And I'm like, after I left the store, I was like, wait a minute, I'm not from Indiana, but
that was just the last place that we were at. And we always seem a little shady too, I think. We might have told this story already where we were at a campground and somebody asked, "Oh, I see you got Florida plates. Is that where you're coming from?" And I said, "No, we're traveling at the moment and I can't remember where we just were." And they were like, "Oh, okay." And I said, and Sabrina was there. I said, "Sabrina, where did we just come from?" And Sabrina's like, "I don't know where we came from either." So we're not trying to avoid questions, but we should just probably pick one state.
We just have to pick the same one if we're together. Because we can't be answering
we'll just say
different
Florida.
Things. Okay, I like
that. All right,
that.
Florida for now on. If anybody ever asks us where are we from, we're from Florida.
It matches the plates.
It's not true, but it's
doesn't match our
but at least it's consistent. What's that?
Doesn't match our mailing address.
Doesn't match our mailing address. But that is where our driver's license is. That's where we vote from, and our registrations and everything like that. Insurance. So we'll pick Florida for now on. But I guess that was the fastest live. I just thought I would pop in and tell that story before I forget. Yeah, I can't remember anything. CRS. Oh. Kim, you even spelled it out. That's how slow I am. And I know I've been telling you guys about the Full-Time Freedom Week a lot, but every time I've mentioned it, I keep forgetting to say this, and it's probably an important part of the Full-Time Freedom Week. When you sign up, you're automatically entered to win $2,000 in prizes, I think daily, which sounds like an awful lot.
That sounds like a lot.
That sounds like a lot. I wonder if I'm saying that right.
I would like to join the giveaway.
Well, I was wondering if you can. I'm not sure if you're allowed because I'm a speaker, and that might be frowned upon. I'll contact them because one of the giveaways is I think a membership to Harvest Host. And we hear good things about Harvest Host. I would like to win.
Well, if I got a membership to Harvest Host, then you kind of got the membership and you're a speaker, so I don't think that really
Yeah, that's why I can call them. I can email Full-Time Freedom Week and find out if you're allowed to sign up or if that looks kind of shady. What if we would win? I don't know.
Anyway.
We'll find out. Yep, houseless is much better than homeless. What is today? Today's Tuesday. We hope everybody's enjoying their Tuesday and is somewhere nice and cool. Sabrina is trying to sweat me out in the RV. She's like, before we go live, let me just heat it up in here a little bit. I was like, why? What's the temperature? She said 72.
No, it's 70.
70. Oh, it's 70, but it feels like it's 95. So I don't know what she's trying to do to me. How tall is Sabrina? Sabrina is 6'7".
I'm 5'11". I'm sitting on the counter though right now. I'm not standing
Well,
up.
stand up. Let's see if there's any difference. I knew there was no difference.
It's not much of a difference.
With Sabrina. One of our first dates that Sabrina and I went on was at an apple orchard, and we were like picking apples. And there was this apple on the top of the tree. And I turned to Sabrina and I was like, Sabrina, can you reach that apple up by the sun for me? It looks like a good one. She just looked at me and shook her head.
Yeah, I had known him like 3 weeks and I was kind of unimpressed. I was like, really? You want me to reach the apple by the sun? I know I'm tall.
Tampa, Florida. Sabrina grew up just outside of Tampa in an area called Bradenton. So she's kind of from Florida. She was born in Canada, lived in Florida for a long time, then Philadelphia, then Virginia. Man, you've been all over.
Yeah, I like it that way.
And now you're homeless. 6'6". Your brother's 6'6".
Yeah, one of my brothers is 6'6", the other's 6'4".
Yeah. Everybody's tall in your family except for your parents.
Oh, 5'9" and 5'10".
They're not like
tall.
For all the kids.
It's all the hormones in the milk.
But, well, I guess I have to get back on the road and start driving some more. We did about 300 miles yesterday. We'll do 300 today, I guess.
I'm not sure.
We're not sure. I'm kind of tired. Just tired in general. I didn't sleep well last night for some reason. And it has nothing to do with sleeping at the Flying J. We do that all the time. Sounds bad, too.
See the look on my face?
I like Flying J's.
It's not one of my favorite places to stay tonight.
Flying J's are one of my favorite. They're usually well lit. There's people coming in and out all the time.
That's the problem. It's very
So I feel like it's somewhat secure, and they have everything that you could want as far as, like, you know, snacks and treats, and we get our gas.
Treats? We're puppy dogs now.
We get our gas here. What else? My coffee, and they have a dump station. We can refill our water. I think the Flying J's are a great spot for RVs and RVers and travelers in general.
Yeah, there's a few cars out here that were here before we got here last night. They're still out there.
Yeah, but we were the only RV here all night, which is unusual.
Yeah, surprised.
All right, everybody. Take care. Safe travels. And I thought you were going.
I didn't have any.
Oh, I thought you were going to jump in.
I thought you were going to finish that out.
Yep, we always have our tow car with us. It goes everywhere. So it's we just pull in, and we don't normally disconnect it. We just take the keys out of it and bring the car in here, and it's still attached to the tow. You know, attached to the RV. Sabrina did detach it this time though, because there was an Orange Theory that she went to. So she went, hey Doug. So she went and did Orange Theory this morning at like 5 a.m. for I don't know why. It seems absolutely ridiculous to me.
Fun.
Seems absolutely ridiculous.
It was a 6 a.m. class.
They do have beer, yes.
Well, Flying J.
Yeah, not Orange Theory.
Yeah, I was like, Orange Theory doesn't
gym.
have beer. One day we had mimosas there because one of the coaches it was her last day. A new place. I'd never been there before, and I was like, do you guys always have food and drink? They're like, no, it's so and so's last day. Because they were like, take a mimosa either on the way in or on the way out.
All right. See you. Safe travels, Mike. Safe travels, everybody.
Bye, guys.
Bye, everybody.